Do you like jazz? Guys, welcome back to Luke and Lewis. You like that?
What's that from?
It's from, what do you mean what's it from? It's from
Is that a
B-Movie.
B-movie quote?
Yeah. I haven't even seen that film, and I know that quote. I don't even know where I've seen it.
For audio listeners, there is a B-movie, what looks like Happy Meal toy.
Yeah.
Perched right on our podcast background.
We've really had to improvise the set
We've
here.
desperately improvised a set with a plant.
Yep.
And I quote to add a bit of flavour.
Yeah.
Because we set up the shot originally, it was just us in white deck chairs.
In front of a white wall, and then we're also white.
And we've got so we've just spiced it up. There's motel style art.
Very nice. Which originally is supposed to be landscape, but then it
That's
didn't
just
add
an
enough to the
abstract
background.
twisty,
Yeah. It looks like a bit of a twisty.
but it's supposed to be a rock
and an egg with something growing out of it.
Yeah.
Which we love here.
and a B-movie toy.
If you don't get it, you don't appreciate high art like we do.
Yeah.
And you're uncultured. You know,
Yeah.
this is something that someone who's had Moderna can really understand.
Yeah. See, I look at it, I'm just confused.
Yeah, you wouldn't really get it. You're a Pfizer peasant.
That's why I thought it was a twisty.
Yeah. So we're in Perth.
Yes.
And we're hoping to call it, big call, Zoom era, done. We think.
It all depends on what happens next year. Zoom era done for the year.
Yes. Yeah.
We can safely say that.
Yep. Zoom is dead. Rest in peace.
Fuck Zoom. I can't believe it was even alive.
Yeah.
The amount of times that Zoom
5 Zoom eras this year. The whole year has been mostly Zoom.
hung around like a bad Zoom.
Sound off in the
It
comment
smells,
section.
dude.
Roast Zoom.
Yeah.
I
Slander Zoom below.
Yeah, Zoom looks like he's got 2 left feet. Can't dance. Where'd you get your haircut, Zoom? The pet store?
Got him.
Burn. Hey, Zoom, where'd you get those shoes from? The idiot store? Burn.
Hey Zoom,
Yeah?
you're ugly.
Oh, fuck. That's a bit much.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Too much. King shit. Got him.
So, we're hoping that the Zoom era is over. We're in Perth. We're in Perth for a week. We're doing gigs. I got my shows, loosbeers.com. Thursday night. The late show's sold out. The early show has some tickets available. Get them now, because I think they're going to fill up very fast. And the loogies are on sale as well, Luke.
Yes, and also we are doing a trial show, but you missed out. It's already sold out.
Sold out.
It's on the weekend.
You got to act fast, guys. If
But-
you want to get tickets, you got to act fast. But the loogies is not sold out. LukeandLewis5.com.
It's in Adelaide this year, November 24th. Get your tickets. A lot of people have.
Yeah.
A lot of excitement.
Yes.
Who's going to be there? Who's going to win Guest of the Year? Those are just two of the many things I've been hearing.
Look, we've just locked in a very special guest presenter for the live stream.
Yep.
Who will be also at the event itself. So for the people who can't make it, who will be watching on stream, because as we all know, there's a few rules to this show. If you're in Adelaide, attendance is mandatory. If you're outside of Adelaide, attendance is optional. However, viewing the live stream live, mandatory.
Yep. A few people pointed out that we were silly to suggest watch parties last week. I would like to still encourage watch parties. However, everyone at the watch party must have the stream open on their individual device to boost numbers.
That's good.
We want algorithm and
And they
engagement.
must donate, says
and they
Keelan.
also must be donating on their original.
Yeah.
That's mainly from Keelan.
No, I really like
You
that
guys can
idea.
just enjoy the show.
Yeah. $50 minimum
$50
donation.
minimum.
Really? US. He's to hear that? That's a ticket price. Yeah. Well, okay. Look, I would say that attendance is mandatory. Donation is highly encouraged.
Yeah.
Because here's what we're thinking of doing with the loogies. We are thinking of making it's going to cost a shitload of money, but we think that all of the money raised on the loogies is going to be the show budget for next year. Because we obviously, COVID's going to be gone. Fingers crossed, said it a million times. But we're going to be back in studio, and we have a lot of big plans. We want to do big main channel videos. We want to do things, buy things, pay for experiences, pay people to help us do things. And having a little show budget, or a massive show budget, I should say, is going to help us make the show awesome.
Because currently, just even with stuff for the loogies, Keelan and I are organising something that you don't know about that has come at quite a hit.
Oh
to
yeah,
the bank account.
I was actually
we
on the budget
can't
meeting.
afford it.
I was on the budget meeting. Whitey and Keelan, they had breakfast and they did ran through the numbers, and they came in at a ridiculous amount. And I was like, "Oh, is that with Luke's surprise?" And I'm like, "Oh no, Luke's surprise is this much." And it's, dude, I need you to know. Do you know how you have a rough idea of how expensive the Loogies event is? Yeah. Paying all the people, live stream, flying everyone over. You know how much that is.
Yeah.
Your thing, whatever it is 1/5 of the budget.
Yeah.
On extra.
It's almost $3,000.
An extra fifth. What are you doing? Guys, I take it back. Donating is mandatory.
I want to say this once and I'll say it again. It's a solid 8.
I mean, I'm hoping for a 9, but I'll take what I can get.
I reckon it could be a 9, a definite 8. I mean, we do need a definite 8 in there.
Yeah.
It's the Loogies. Like,
you'll have me, mate.
A lot of people... Was that you calling yourself an 8 out of 10?
Yeah. I've already envisioned myself as the guy who's already had the surgery.
It's so funny that even in your wildest dreams, you're not a 9. Like even in your craziest fantasy, you're an 8.
Look, okay, have your fun, man. When I get my new chin, it's over for you.
No, it's fun. I wasn't laughing at you. It's just funny to me that your self-esteem has been rocked by your overbite for like a decade.
No, okay. Hey, it's an underbite. Also, you don't want to be a 10 if you're a comedian. You ever seen a hot comedian? Like a really,
Who is the hottest comedian? I feel like we've talked about this before.
I mean, like a lot of girls like Pete Davidson, but he has that weird, ugly boy, but sexy.
He's like, he's quirky, hot, or like
you
he's
take
not
the tattoos
traditionally
off
hot.
the guy and you put him in a Coles. No girl is like, this guy's hot. Every girl is like, I'm gonna avoid him.
He also looks like he'd play Diary of a Wimpy Kid in a flash forward later in life.
Yeah.
Like he could.
Yeah. Who is the hottest comedian?
I mean, Kevin Hart
if he was
is
taller.
short.
If he were taller.
But he's like a good-looking dude.
Yeah.
Jack Whitehall, the UK guy, he's quite attractive.
He's English.
Yeah. I don't know. There's not too many hotties.
Sound off below. There's hot women, for sure.
Jimmy Carr looks nice, but looks like a doll.
I wouldn't say he's hot. He looks like Slappy from Goosebumps. He does.
Yeah, so I would also not say that's hot as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point is the Loogies is coming at quite a cost.
Yeah.
Poorly thought out. Well, not really poorly thought out.
No, really well thought out. Poor in terms of a business expense, poorly thought out.
You know what's funny about the thing that you don't know about as well is like we still don't know if we're going to fully be able to pull it off because we've obviously left it to the
Great.
last
Well,
minute.
that's really good. So what is confirmed is that we're spending $3,000.
The money has been spent.
Great.
We're not sure
That's
if
good.
the idea will be
Great.
executed.
Yeah, good.
As
Okay,
intended.
cool. And remember before you spent that money, how we all looked at the bank account
Yeah.
and we're like, oh, we
We have no money.
we have no money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that? Good times.
There is a brand that owes us a lot of money that I'm still chasing up.
Yeah. What brand's that?
I'm not
Can't
sure.
remember. Anyway, guys, look, we're in Perth. The Zoom era is dead. And look, it's all happening. We had a great flight over. 5 hours from Tassie to Perth. 5 hours. And that,
It's too long.
I caught one flight without noise cancelling headphones. And that was just one short flight to Brisbane. And it was hell. Right?
What's happened to your noise cancelling headphones?
I broke them because stupidly I bought Beats. The worst headphones. They sound nice. The worst quality made headphones
I've
ever.
never had noise cancelling headphones before.
Dude, they'll change your life, man.
Yeah.
Bro,
I would only enjoy them on planes because in public, I would have to.
I turn it off when I'm walking around because
Yeah.
I don't like not being able to hear
No,
cars.
I don't want to be aware. I'm so blissfully unaware of everything in my life that, like, did your local shopping centre as a kid have the Thomas the Tank Engine or train that used to just drive around,
Yeah.
give people rides.
Yeah.
The amount of times my mum and my brother would just yank me out of the way of that thing. I almost got cleaned up by Thomas like once a week.
Really?
As a child. Yeah, and also as like a young adult.
Yeah.
Even last night, someone replied to my story. I put an Instagram story up of me filming people on Halloween dressed as ghosts rollerblading down the street.
Yeah.
And someone replied saying, I saw you film this. You almost got run over by someone on a scooter and your girlfriend had to pull you out of the way. And that is 100% what happened.
Yeah, that happens to me all the time, but I think it's because people in public usually move out of my way because they see me coming a mile away and they plan for it.
To be fair, it was a guy blind drunk on one of those high scooters, but not even a high one, like a personal one. So they go like 30 kilometers an hour.
Oh, those are quick.
He's blind and I could tell he was drunk because he was just like driving it down. You know what's strange to me? There's still this weird loophole in our society where if you get pissed, you can still ride a bike or ride a scooter on a footpath.
Yeah, Tim Smith should have jumped on a bird.
Yeah.
What a fool. He'd be fine.
Jump on a lime, bro.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have lost your job. Is it? Obviously, it is illegal, but no one's enforcing it.
Because
Really?
I think it's...
Are you allowed to ride on a footpath drunk?
Here
A
we
bike?
go. Your girlfriend's mum fell off a scooter and got fined for being drunk. How embarrassing.
Because she had to go to hospital.
She was real drunk? Yeah. And was that... Did she hurt herself? She broke her collarbone.
How much was the fine?
That's great. That's... Yeah.
Never mind.
only...
There's not that loophole that exists. I just thought it existed.
Last time I was on scooters was in Brisbane, and I had one of these beautiful magical moments that was just fucking ruined because of the people that I was with.
Lewis is so cute. When he gets on those little higher scooters, he charges up the app, gets it up, and then he puts on the helmet.
I'm wearing the helmet. Don't fucking make... You know why I have to wear the helmet? It's good that you
I'm
so far above the thing that I feel like my chest is like a sail, and I go forward and immediately I just get pulled backwards.
Yeah.
I think I'm too long for these scooters.
And if you fell from that height as well,
it's over.
Suicidal.
I die. Yeah. Like I'm... You know why there's so many potholes in Brisbane? That's my head every time I fall off a scooter.
Really?
Yeah, it just leaves an indent in the pavement.
Shit.
Yeah. But I'm with Forte, Australian rapper, and one of his friends, and Forte loves the scooters for some reason. He takes me on this beautiful trip, real romantic. We're going down the boardwalk, and I'm like, man, this is lovely. I'm living the life right now. This is awesome. And then I'm behind them because I don't know how I'm like too scared to go as fast as them. But then Forte's in front, and then one of his friends is in the middle, and I'm behind, and we're on the boardwalk. I'm looking out at the sun setting. Well, this is beautiful. This is amazing. There's all these people walking around. Like, how peaceful, finally. A little bit of freedom. I'm living my life. And then his friend just in front of me spits into the sea, and then I just fucking drive straight into it.
Did it get caught by the wind?
Oh, yeah. Straight into it. Just like the backdraft just hits me straight in the face.
I one time did that when I was running at a state cross-country championship, and I spat in a headwind, and I just hear from behind me, and I felt so bad because we were like running in a state championship. I just kind of went sorry and just kept running.
No, that's good. I reckon that's like you should do that on purpose. Your next race, the guy in front should just be constantly spitting into the wind.
So
Cop
gross.
this. Yeah, it was disgusting.
Really
it ruined my whole day.
But
anyway, this flight, right? We got Keelan and I. We got noise cancelling headphones the day before because I looked at how long the flight was, and I was like, if the morning off, right? We're like, man, this is gonna be good. Poor Rosie only has AirPods. She's a newbie, amateur, doesn't fly much. She doesn't know how bad it is, dude. The whole flight, there was a child that was allowed to run up and down the aisle. For 2 hours. I'm not kidding. For 2 hours, up and down the aisle, running. Up and back, up and back. And Keelan is on the aisle seat, keeps bashing into Keelan. Keelan keeps looking at me like this, and I can't hear what's going on. But he keeps looking at me like he wants to kill me. I'm like, dude, what? I'm in the middle. I get the fucking armrest. He keeps staring at me like I'm going to fucking kill you. I'm like, dude, it's my armrest. I paid for all the tickets. I get the armrest.
Yeah.
You know, he looks at me one more time. I'm like, that's it. I'm going to fucking hit him. This is it. I take my headphones off and I hear this girl going, woo! Up and down. And Keelan, and then every time she passes Keelan, he gets hit on the elbow. He's like, I'm going to fucking hurt a child. I'm going to be on a no-fly list. A lot of restraint
First
shown
the
by
disabled,
Keelan.
now children. Where does it end, mate?
That kid should have been made disabled. That was the worst.
You say you could have got a combo, hit him twice.
Man, I would have put the leg out.
Oh, that would have been so funny.
I would have preferred crying to that up and down.
Oh, I wish I did that.
Yeah, you should have done that.
You should have
sure.
coordinated with the person in the other seat next to you on the
join
aisle.
forces.
Bit of fishing wire.
Fishing wire, neck height.
No, and just no one asked questions.
Yeah, that's good.
So I didn't see it there. Then sue Virgin for having to witness that.
Yeah. And we get off the plane, and poor Rosie, she's been sitting for 5 hours with just the AirPods on, and she's going, I feel sick. I was playing music so loud, and I could hear the screaming for 5 hours, and now I want to vomit. And now today,
thought that
she's
was-
going to go out and buy the same headphones.
I thought that was funny. Like, so we filmed like a drinking game video kind of just before you came yesterday. So I was having a couple of drinks, and then I was like to Keelan, I thought it was a bit weird, like, because I knew you guys were on like 3 hours ahead of our time. So it was like you rolled in at like what would have been midnight your time.
Yeah.
Right. And I go to Keelan like, oh, do you want a beer? And he's like, oh, yeah. And I go to Rosie, I was like, oh, there's champagne in the fridge. She's like, yeah, no, I'd love one. And I was like thinking like, geez, fuck, that's...
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. And now I understand. I was thinking like, all right, I probably wouldn't start drinking at midnight. But each to their
flight.
own.
Big flight.
Wow. And Lewis had a caramel koala to really settle him down.
That was very loose. Caramel koala, and then I lay down on the couch for a snooze.
Yeah.
Are you excited for the metaverse, Luke? Are you excited to join the metaverse?
Oh, is this the Facebook thing?
Facebook rebrand.
You know,
Meta.
I only have seen this on a podcast clip somewhere. I didn't actually see the video.
Yeah.
I don't know how I missed this stuff. I saw all the memes of Mark Zuckerberg and the thing, and I went, oh, Facebook must have announced something.
Yeah.
And then someone else told me that Facebook have announced this. I was talking about it with my brother, and I still didn't put two and two together. I knew Facebook had announced something, saw the memes, and went, those things are probably uncorrelated.
Yeah, so Facebook is no longer Facebook. They've created a parent company that owns Facebook and all their other business called Meta, and they have completely gone, we are no longer a social media company. That's just part of our business. We are a metaverse company, a virtual reality metaverse, which is basically they've announced they're putting $10 billion a year into building the metaverse, which is essentially building the virtual reality universe that we've been reading about in science fiction books for
like
hundreds of years.
Ready Player One.
Yeah.
Level
So
stuff.
you put on a headset and you're in a brand new reality. The way that I think of it,
instead of fixing ours, instead of putting that money into fixing, and I know this might be controversial at this point in time.
Yeah.
Instead of fixing reality,
yes,
right? Our
Fuck it.
reality.
Let's make a new one.
Fuck it. Let's give up.
Yeah, but that is where things are going.
How many years, honestly, do you think in our career in comedy, do you think we will end up doing a show in front of a virtual audience?
I'm already planning on shooting something. For
so
VR.
you're like trashing it, but you're also going to do it.
Absolutely where the world's going.
So do you think...
So what
That's
they're planning...
so lazy because then people won't even tour internationally anymore for anything.
No, I think that if it's truly, when it's obvious, it's going to be shit at first. Like, it's going to be shit and weird. But I think that at some point, maybe, I don't know if we'll see this in our lifetimes, but I think it's going to get so good that people will start debating over which reality matters more. The real one or the perfect world that they've built for themselves.
And people will be putting real world money into fake world money. Do you reckon there'll be a way to make... Oh, but there'll be money. There'll be ways to make money.
It'll
in the
be
fake
its
world.
own economy. Like, it'll be its own... I mean, that's already kind of what's happening with cryptocurrency and everything, like blockchain. It's like its own decentralized currency and marketplace, and Facebook and Twitter are building shit on blockchain.
You know, will be super weird for people in 100 years. The concept of the video game Sims. They were like, wait,
Yeah.
you did this for fun.
Yeah.
You just...
Now you're going to step into the
yeah,
Sims.
it's like, no, this was... it started off as leisure.
Yes.
Even the idea of video games will become a foreign concept, perhaps.
Well, it will just be games. But think about how fucking weird this is, though, right? So in our world, lots of different companies make all of the things in our world, and no one made Earth. In this new reality, it's the stars and the trees and the sky and the dirt are going to be owned by Mark Zuckerberg. Every single thing is going to be owned, or at the very least controlled, by a private company. Like the airspace, the air, the sun, the view, literally everything will be owned by a company. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be, instead of,
There'll be a lot of people in our lifetime, though, that just won't participate.
Yeah. Like, and those people will be the guys, the old people who don't know how to use a smartphone. I think it's going to be where the world lives. I reckon we're going to have 50-50 lives.
That's not exciting to me. That it just makes me sad, the thought of that.
I think that
Does that excite you?
in some ways, in other ways,
What?
it terrifies me.
I just think that's the worst thing that's happened
No, I
in
think
a while.
I have a lot of friends in different states. Put on a headset, we're all in the same room. That's cool. If we could go bowling, right? In the same
Yeah.
room, hang out.
Even in virtual
That's
reality,
cool.
you're fucking lame.
Yeah.
You just described it as the meta universe. You
Yeah.
can do anything. Anything is possible.
I don't know.
Even, again, it's like in your wildest fantasy, you're an 8, and in your craziest virtual reality, you're going bowling.
Yeah. Look, dude.
You could skydive with your friends theoretically from your bedroom.
Nah, too scary. One time I did virtual.
You'd be in a fucking chair.
Bro, one time I did.
put a fan on, you're like,
there was in
"Whoa."
the shopping center. There was a virtual reality roller coaster where you sit in the thing
Look at a screen.
and you put on a headset,
Oh,
and
you
then
told me
the chair moves. I freaked out. I had to take it off.
Jeez, imagine you in a flight simulator.
Yeah,
Fucking blow your mind.
terrible. That part of it is cool, and the ability to do like a show to theoretically 10 million people. Like Kevin Hart could do 10 million people in one go.
Yeah, no, there's
That's
things
cool.
that might be cool. Like I don't mind the idea of like pay-per-view from your couch, like a huge event like that.
Yeah.
Kind of like what UFC but is.
Yeah.
You know, even for bands. Bands, it doesn't translate. Like live music will never be good.
Not.
Comedy could actually work.
I think comedy could work.
It still won't be as good as being there.
No.
I think, but
No.
live music will not translate in that.
No,
environment.
because live music is like so much of events is like the travel there and organizing it and then having some drinks with your friends beforehand and then like being crushed up with like other people. Like a lot of it is
you're
that.
surrounded by a bunch of people who enjoy the same thing as you.
Yeah,
Like I think
yeah.
that's part of the fun as well.
Yeah, but so that part of it excites me. The idea that a private company that's like known for making its users unhappy and angry, like Facebook does this
I was gonna
on
say,
purpose.
they-
That's terrifying.
It also is terrifying in the sense that they couldn't even by the end run a successful social media company.
No.
So they just gave up. Like they tried this with Facebook. They tried to make Facebook the ultimate social media platform.
Yeah.
And they added too many things.
and
now,
all they did was accidentally cause a genocide.
Yeah, and now people just use it for marketplace and to
Yeah.
fucking argue with each other.
Yeah,
Like it's
exactly.
only for boomers to argue.
Yes, yeah. And they know that it makes people sad and unhappy and angry, and they continue to do it. So I also worry about, say that this is probably, I don't know if this happens in our lifetimes, but I think that it definitely becomes one of the most important things in everyone's life, this other reality that they built for themselves. Imagine just being banned from your life you built. Like you can lose your job here. You can get in trouble online. Imagine if you say something, you make a mistake when you're drunk or whatever, and then all of a sudden you're not in your bedroom anymore. You're somewhere else.
What, like you get banished virtually into
Yeah.
like a virtual prison?
No, you would get banished, like literally virtually. You go back to the real world, and all of
Yeah.
a sudden you can't participate in 50% of what humans perceive reality to be, because we'll be spending time in the real world and the metaverse. Is what I think will happen. And imagine
This is
if
what
you
makes
get
me
banned.
sad.
Yeah,
That makes me really sad to think about.
yeah, because a private company will own it.
I don't know. Not about that. Go for a run. Fucking go high five a lizard.
Yeah, but imagine going for a run in space, dude. Put on the headset, run in space, jump on the treadmill.
Okay. That sounds.
Yeah, virtual reality Grand Theft Auto. That'll
That's-
be an outlet, a much needed outlet for some people.
And also a gateway to a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a bit of a balance. Like that'll be good for some people, and that'll be terrifying for other people.
Like I'm pretty sure I could strap on the headset, punch someone in the face in LA, and then take the headset off and not go out and do that.
Yeah,
Some people will
Something
not
like
be able
that's
to
training
distinguish
for
the
them.
difference. Yeah.
yeah.
It you know what else is weird is like we have Call of Duty, but
Yeah.
do you reckon there'll be wars in this virtual reality, or I guess we'll just be stopped by
Man.
this computer?
I don't see why not. If computing gets so good, like you could set up like I mean, we already do like airsoft in America, where you dress up in everything and you shoot guns at each other and it's non-lethal.
I know, but it's like
Oh, you
what
mean like
would the
actual wars?
what would
Yeah.
the point of fighting be?
Well, that's the
There's no point of a real war because then you just actually go into the person's
Well, that's the
house.
thing. If you do build this entire new reality
People
and
just
that
be
has its
living in
own
their own
currency,
shit, dude, in the
Yeah.
real life. Because that's
Yeah.
the thing, that doesn't stop.
No.
You still have to sleep
yeah,
to survive in the real world.
yeah, yeah.
Unless they make fucking incubation
Well,
chambers where you can like, get
I think I
patched
can't
up to
remember.
it.
There's a person on Twitch. I think it's Twitch who has been living in VR for a month, sleeping in it. Doesn't take the headset off. Yeah. Yeah. So he would go to his virtual reality house and lie down in his real world bed and sleep with the headset on and live in virtual. So it's already happening,
world's over.
and it's not very good yet. So imagine when there's no difference between what you see outside. Because imagine if it's like contact lenses.
You know, this conversation just makes me want to quit everything.
Really?
Yeah, fucking bunker down. The world's over. That's fucking insane.
Or-
like we've worked. Because I've worked my whole life. I mean, I know I'm young.
Yeah.
But for about 6 or 7
Boomer
years.
Kidgel's coming out. I've worked my whole damn life.
No, but you know what I mean.
But yeah.
Like and we will continue to work towards having a life.
Yeah.
Based in the
in
real
world.
world.
Yeah.
And then what about if that just becomes irrelevant?
You can just cheat code your way into like a mansion.
No,
with-
or just like, we have to start from scratch and
Well, that'll be another thing. Yeah, you'll have 2 different lives.
nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
It is pretty it's
Don't like
pretty
it.
scary.
Sound off below. I'm off it. Let us know what you think.
What do you think? I want to know, what do you think the best things and the worst things about the metaverse will be?
Yeah.
I want to hear the good and the bad. Guys, huge news. We're officially welcoming a brand new sponsor to Luke and Lewis. Welcome to the
Yes.
show.
We money.
We Money.
We
Money. We Money is a financial app that helps you keep track of your spending and your saving. It's got social media elements that can link you up with a bunch of people that are managing their money. It's a really cool idea. It just helps you visualize all of the stupid things you're wasting your money on. You just sign up to it, download it on your phone, you can connect your bank to it, and
Yep.
it will go, hey, dude, you spent $60 on Uber Eats in the last 2 days. What are
Yeah.
you doing?
We could use this for the show.
Yeah.
There's been some purchases. I mean, Keelan should get on this.
Yeah.
It pretty much helps people organize
Absolutely.
their financial lives.
Yes.
And it's all in the one place.
Yes.
It
so
makes keeping track of your spending much easier, and we'd highly recommend it.
We Money's mission is to help everyone live their best financial lives.
Yes.
Absolutely. Become a financial king or queen, such as myself and Luke.
You want to hear the best part?
What's that?
We Money is 100% free.
What?
Available on the Apple and Google Play Store.
Now you talk about saving money. That's good. You want to actually? That's not the best thing, Luke Kidgel.
Oh, shit,
You
what's the
lied.
best
You know
thing?
what the best
Sorry,
thing is?
oh.
We Money is a financial wellness platform aimed at helping all Australians manage their financial lives. That's the best thing. There's no way you could find a better thing,
You'd be mistaken.
or even a dot point that would top that.
You'd be mistaken. Receive the best financial offers to get ahead. We Money refinancing options for
Okay, you've read it
everything.
wrong. We offer refi. Okay, that's not.
We offer refinancing options
Yeah.
for everything from car loans to your electricity bill.
Yeah.
The point is, guys, you get the drill. We Money is how you keep track of your finances.
And use code SOUNDOFF when you download the app. When you download We Money.
Yeah.
Don't look so unsure.
Isn't it free?
Yeah, it is, but use the code so they know where they're coming from.
How do you put in a code when you download an app?
Look, it's self. Don't
Figure it out.
It's not something that you need to worry about.
Figure it
Luke.
out, guys.
That's something that the listeners need to worry about. You know what? How about this? Download We Money, and you let us know how to do it. Enter in code SOUNDOFF when you download the app. It's really good. It helps you keep track of where you're spending your money.
Let them know we sent you.
As someone who buys way too many amazing, awesome things that I shouldn't, We Money is cool.
Yeah. I think I need a sneeze.
I don't want to. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you going to be all right?
I'm not sure.
Okay, well, you let me know if it happens, and this
Yeah.
might be our first ad read sneeze.
I think it's gone
Guys,
away.
this episode is also sponsored by Angel Groves. Angel Grove Collectibles without the
Yes.
S. No S. AngelGroveCollectibles.com.
Yep.
And, dude,
And it took Lewis 4 weeks to learn the brand name.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but you guys know it already because you
Yeah.
guys have heard it. Angel Grove Collectibles is where you go for all your collectible needs. They sell little figurines,
Yeah.
perfect for a Christmas present.
Absolutely.
They got the Pokemon 25-year anniversary.
They've got
stuff.
Dragon Ball Z fig arts. Everyone always asks me what the Dragon Ball Z figures are in the background of my videos from back home on the black shelf. Dragon Ball Z fig arts collection. The best action figures in the game. Dude, Luke, do you have any idea how articulate these figures are? Some of them have 65 points of articulation.
Wow, I didn't know that.
No, you wouldn't know that.
But do you
You've been
know-
playing with like shitty little Action Man toys who can bend their biceps. Cool, dude.
Yeah.
What do you know about wrist movement? What do you know about a forearm that can rotate? Maybe a face you can pull off and change the expression? Fig arts, dude. At angelgrovecollectibles.com.
I wouldn't know that, but I would now. Thanks to Angel Grove Collectibles.
And use the code SOUNDOFF, would you? For a discount. Sound off 10. Use the code SOUNDOFF 10
just
for
before,
10% off your order.
Use the code SOUNDOFF 10.
Yeah.
10% off. You're welcome, by the way.
Get in before Christmas.
Just
What?
before we go back to the episode, you want to know how good of a salesman I am?
How good?
Saw a comment last week.
Yeah.
I mentioned the fact that they did R2D2 Tamagotchis.
Yeah.
Someone bought one immediately.
Wow.
Yep.
Can you please, whoever
Get
that
your
was,
R2D2 Tamagotchis today.
Can you-
AngelGroveCollectibles.com. I want them to sell out of R2D2 Tamagotchis.
Get 'em. Use the code.
SOUNDOFF.
and please, for the love of God, wear them to the loogies and also tell me if they poo.
Yeah, we want to know.
That's
if
important.
R2, if it's because then we can call them R2D poo Tamagotchis.
That's
and
good.
that'll be a bit of fun.
Great. AngelGroveCollectibles.com. Sound off 10. And you know what? You going to do that sneeze?
Nah, it's gone.
All right. Let's get back to the show.
Now, Lewis,
Yes.
I have a gripe
Oh,
to bring up with you,
okay.
and an invoice I'll be sending your way.
An invoice.
Invoice.
Really?
Yes. Do you remember a year ago when you were trying to get a crown in Fall Guys?
Mm-hmm.
And you got it
Yeah.
thanks to the help of the Green Army.
Yeah,
from
yeah.
memory.
I said that I would not stop streaming
Mm.
until I got a crown in Fall Guys. And then it was going so poorly that I decided to get everyone to join my games
Yeah.
and sabotage other people
Yeah.
and then start to
them off.
lose so that I could win.
Yes.
And that's the only way I could get a crown.
And you were playing on Windows. I had a Mac. So on that night, I had to buy this software
Yeah.
called like Parallels or something like that. And I thought it was like a one-off purchase for this software, right?
Because you were
Because
also
I remember I was
helping me out.
complaining about the night. I was like, no, I'll jump on. You know,
Yeah.
when a friend is in need.
Yeah.
You know, it looked like you needed a helping hand.
I needed my
I wanted
mate.
to join the
Yeah.
army. So I paid $110 spontaneously
Yeah.
to get this program. Thought it was a one-off purchase.
Yeah.
Obviously wasn't focusing at the time. Didn't see annual subscription. I get an email during the week saying you're about to be charged $110 US for this. And I was like, what the what's
US
this?
is like 150.
Yeah, I was like, what's this, right? And it goes, if you want to opt out, just simply uninstall the program on
Yeah.
the computer that you installed it on.
Yeah.
And you will be opted out. The computer is at home.
Oh, so you can't uninstall it?
I got
That's
charged.
bullshit.
I got charged $110 US again, and I haven't used it. So I was thinking of invoicing you for the entirety of the sum.
I see where you're coming from.
How much was the crown worth to you?
I see where you're coming from, Luke, and I understand. How about this alternative solution? When we're all back in Melbourne,
Yep.
we can play a game of Fall Guys. We're even.
Okay.
Because then you're getting a use out of your
Yeah.
subscription.
So we'll have a year left now.
Yeah.
But the problem is, though, I know I'm going to forget.
You're not gonna forget,
I'm
yeah.
I'm going to be signed up to this forever.
Yeah. Okay. How about this? Guys, listening to the show, set a reminder for 364 days
No.
from now.
Do it like 350 days.
350 days from now on your phones. Everyone listening,
Everyone.
do it right now.
Remind me.
Say, I'm going to do it.
I'm going to forget about this.
Hey Siri, remind me 350 days from now to tell Luke to cancel his Windows subscription. Great. And
It's funny because I won't know what that means. You'd be like, hey, apparently you have to cancel your Windows subscription. I'll
Yeah.
be like, do you have to pay for Windows?
yeah, and so Luke, on the 17th of the 10th, 2022, I'll let you know.
Okay, thank you. That'd be great. Yeah, that really threw off my week. Was not happy about that email.
No,
Was-
that's not good.
Was thinking about sending my mum over to my house, getting her to log in, but explaining over the phone how to
Dude.
uninstall a program was not worth $150.
That is
to
a
me.
bullshit thing of, you can't say no, you have to uninstall the entire program.
Well, yeah, I guess like it was just going to be direct debited.
Yeah.
So I wasn't happy. That's all right. The things you do for friendship.
And royalty.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if I ever got
Thank
a
you, my
crown on
loyal
that
subject.
game.
Well,
I forget.
I don't think you did.
No, from
Yeah.
memory.
I think after I did that, the game died.
Yeah, is that game still going? I haven't played video games for ages.
Yeah. I think it's
Obviously,
still going.
I know. I played Far Cry 6 religiously.
Yeah, you played Far Cry
But
6
other than
religiously.
that-
Yeah, studied the loading screen for hours.
Yeah. For hours.
yeah.
A
Yeah.
lot of game time.
Real good stuff.
Would recommend.
I got abused by a tradie.
Did you? Oh.
I'm in
Is that
Tassie.
why you came in with such low self-esteem on today's episode?
Yeah. I was feeling like a 9.5.
Yeah.
And then this tradie brought me back down to earth.
Holy shit.
Reminded me that in my wildest dreams, I could only ever be an 8 who goes bowling.
What happened?
Well, I'm walking down the street with Rosie. We're going to Office Works. It's early in the morning. We're walking down the street, and this guy pulls up in this big truck. This tradie starts screaming, "Hey, you've got your sister's jeans on!" I'm wearing these jeans. "You got your sister's jeans on. Are you gay?" Like, just and he's
That's-
like 4 steps away from me, just
and you're just
screaming.
wearing black.
Just wearing black jeans.
They're not even really skinny jeans. I would call them. What's the cut called?
Slim.
Slim cut.
Sister,
Yeah.
I think, is what they're
Sister
what they're
cut.
known as in Tasmania, at
Yeah.
least. If you hate chicks,
Yeah.
And he's screaming, "You've got your sister's jeans," and he has no teeth.
Yeah.
You know, and then I'm with Rosie, so I'm on my
Did
best
you
behavior. If I was
fire
with
back?
Keelan, he would be wearing my coffee.
Yeah.
He would be wearing my. I go, "You've got my coffee on. I'm wearing women's jeans. You're wearing my coffee."
You're like, oh, and now you're wearing third-degree burns.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
And then he screams at me for ages, and I'm just staring at the guy like, "What do you want?" And we take them off.
Did he want an altercation?
I don't know.
So some people go out with a
Yeah.
rod and fish for violence.
Yeah. Which I don't think would have gone well for him because he was like
And his
50.
name was probably Rod.
The guy was like 50 years old. 50 years old is yelling at me for the jeans that I'm wearing. Rosie
What was he wearing?
Rosie is such a nice person that
I think they look good on him. Like,
No, not even. Dude, she didn't even compute that he was being aggressive at all.
was she like, I think that gentleman likes your jeans.
We get home an hour after this happens, and she goes, "Was that guy yelling at you because you have something on the back of your jeans? I had like a little stain there." He goes, "Was he just trying to let you know that you had a stain?" I'm like, "No, he was calling me gay because he hates women and was trying to fight." And she goes, "Oh, was he?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude."
She assumed the best of a guy with no teeth screaming at someone across the street.
So many times she'll do
Everyone
that.
in Hobart's so nice.
Yeah. She's such a lovely person that she couldn't imagine anyone else being mean.
Yeah.
And then we keep walking, and then these two other boys in front of us are just like, if you want to fucking say something, get out of the fucking car. Don't yell it from the car like a fucking pussy. Like on my side.
Oh,
Yeah, they weren't yelling
yelled
at me.
back at him.
Yeah. It was very good. But, you know, I was wearing
Hang
my
on, so
sis-
how did Rosie witness that back and forth and be like, everyone was just being friendly?
I don't know. She's got rose-tinted glasses on all the time. Yeah.
She does.
Yeah. She probably thinks I'm a lifestyle vlogger.
She just thinks the best of everyone.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Bless her.
Bless her.
Yeah.
Bless her.
Every time we go out together, she hates it.
Oh, yes. Rosie gets very embarrassed whenever the three of us go out together, because Keelan and I just don't get embarrassed, and we find it quite funny.
Well, you
to
guys
say
just have
embarrassing
no
things.
shame.
Oh, okay. This is a good one.
Especially him.
This-
Keelan doesn't give a fuck. Like, someone could be like, I think you're the worst human alive, and Keelan will be like, and I'll accept your opinion and I'll raise that and
Yeah.
just do something else insane.
This is a really good one where probably should have been incredibly embarrassing for everyone, but only was for Rosie. This is on the way here to this place. We get off the plane and then we jump in an Uber, and then we're going, and it's like, 20 minutes maybe? And then about 5 minutes into the drive, I just hear this buzzing. I'm like, man, this guy's car is fucked. And just hear this consistent buzzing. And then he's got one of those cars that when you stop, the engine turns off.
Yep.
And so he stops at a red light, the engine turns off, and I still hear this buzzing. And I'm like, oh. And it's buzzing, like buzzing heaps. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then I think it might be my sleep apnea thing. I have a thing that I wear to bed where if it detects that I'm on my back, it starts to vibrate.
Yeah.
And it goes, "Vrrr." I'm like, oh, it must be that. Check my bag, it's off. And I'm like, And then it's still buzzing for 10 more minutes, and then stop at another red light. Vrrr. The Uber driver is now looking at everyone, and I'm like, has Rosie packed something? I'm thinking, what the fuck could that be? And then I clock Keelan, who's laughing, and I'm like, oh, it's not his. And it's just buzzing and buzzing, and then me and Keelan start laughing, and then the Uber driver starts laughing. He's gone, someone's left their vibrator on in the Uber, and then we get out, and as we're getting out, I just cop it. I go, oh, it must be my vibrator going off, and then the Uber driver's like, oh yeah. And he's very surprised to find out that it's mine. But
Hang
then
on, so Rosie hasn't said anything the whole time.
she's been dead silent the whole time.
But
So
you
I'm-
guys are laughing.
well, yeah, but she's
That is
dead
one of my favorite
silent.
things about Rosie is she sometimes just will choose not to participate.
Yeah, yeah, which makes me think, oh, it's definitely hers because she's not saying anything.
just
She's
mortified.
so fucking embarrassed. We get out of the car. I again check to see if it's mine, and it's not my thing. And then I go to Rosie. I'm like, hey, do you want to turn it off? And she's like, what? And then Keelan goes, oh, it's my Manscaped razor. It was just going off buzzing, but the Uber driver's left at this point. So
he just
has
forever
no
thinks.
idea. So he's probably going back telling everyone the funniest story of all time about that
Yeah.
time that one girl's vibrator went off in her bag.
It's just actually one dude's vibrator.
Mm.
You know? You do use it on your butthole, so.
Man, good to know that. Good to know that it'll last that long and it's that powerful that you can hear it from inside a bag.
Speaking of him just being unknowingly disrespectful, he gets in and you were telling like we got at the Manscaped like razor right, as you got here, and I was like, I'm trying to work out like if you can open it, and he goes, yeah, you can. And Rosie and Meg are just
We're in
standing
the
there.
kitchen.
We're in the kitchen. Keelan just goes, takes off the head, and like a bunch of pubes just fall out everywhere. And then everyone's like, ew, don't do that here. And he's like, what? It just slides off like this.
He just immediately seasons the entire kitchen with his pubes. Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's much less gross. Keelan's saying it's facial hair.
Yeah.
Great. Well, that's fine then.
Yeah.
Literally not the first time you've covered some of our shit with
In
your
your
face hair. Last time it was my keyboard.
And then it was your car before that.
Can you please, for the love of God, shave in the fucking shower? It's waterproof for a reason.
You can't see in the shower. I guess you can't see the car either.
He goes, you can't see in the shower. Well, I guess you can't see in the car either. That's the end of the episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure to set your reminders 350 days from today.
Yep.
Tell Luke to cancel that subscription, and hopefully he'll get around to it then.
And get your tickets to the Loogies.
Oh, yeah. They're on sale now. lukeandlewis5.com. They're going quick. It's the most prestigious award show of the year, literally this year. The Logies have been cancelled. So this is our moment to shine.
Have they really?
Yeah. The Logies aren't happening
I'm not
this year.
surprised.
No, they can't compete. You know what? They're scared. And you know what else?
Yeah.
They should be.
Yeah.
Also, rest in peace to Bert Newton. I think we killed him.
Well, they were supposed to talk about this.
Yeah. We may have... Look, last episode...
We're not saying we're entirely responsible for his death,
No.
but
Bert Newton,
we're not out here denying it either.
No, Bert Newton, television legend, right? Really cool, really nice person, king. He passed away.
The king of Australian TV for any
Yeah.
international listeners. He's a beloved Australian,
Yeah.
and obviously our thoughts and prayers go out to his family. It's a horrible news.
Yep, terrible
But
news.
Unfortunately, regular listeners of this podcast will know that our show is cursed.
Every time we
This-
talk about something, bad things happen.
And on the last episode with Billy Darcy, we
We
brought
discussed
up
Bert Newton 20-1.
and his show 20-1,
Yeah.
really as a throwaway comment.
Yeah.
I forget what we were even talking about.
You know what makes this particularly bad? There was no reason really to talk about him at all. He just came up organically for some reason. And I think that reason is because of the curse. Because either the day or the day after that
Literally
episode
2 days
released,
later.
2 days after the episode comes out, Bert Newton unfortunately passed away. So, look, we would like to apologise. Sorry about that. We're going to do our best to solve this curse.
The curse strikes again. We're still intentionally putting off dealing with it,
Yeah.
like usual, to early next year. We thought if we just didn't mention it for a while,
Yeah.
it would stop.
It's coming back with a vengeance.
However, it's not stopping. It's running rampant still. And every week we still get given curse stories.
I mean, what are the odds of that happening? Probably like 20-1.
Goodbye.